Come on, just one bar. Please, just one call.
Okay, voice memo. It's recording. Pops, if you're getting this, I made it home. I'm here, I'm at the apartment, but I have no idea how much time I have. I gotta tell you what happened. I gotta start from the beginning. I tried calling you earlier when I was trapped, but the phone died. I found an outlet that's somehow still working, but the power's flickering. I don't know how long it'll last. I have to tell you what happened. This whole thing, this morning, it felt wrong. From the second I stepped outside, the whole world just went quiet. So I get on the BART, to head to the job site, and it was empty. I'm not talking just my car, Pops. I mean the entire train. I'm used to being packed in like a sardine, but today, there was nobody. Just me. And this really heavy, awful feeling in the air.
I tried to mess around, just to make it feel less creepy. I was like balancing on the rails like a surfer. I could see my own reflection in the tunnel window with this stupid N95 mask on my face.
I actually laughed, pretended I was a quarterback, calling a play. But then I got off at Embarcadero, and the laugh just died in my throat. The whole city was a ghost town. Even the homeless guys, they were gone. I saw a man walking his dog, and he literally sprinted to the other side of the street to get away from me. It felt horrible.
By the time I got to the site, the vibe was just way off. They were taking our temperatures just to let us in. My superintendent, Rick, he was acting so weird. I could just tell he knew something, Something he wasn't saying. I followed him into his office, and he just points at his computer screen, and my God, Pops, it was everywhere. All over the world. Japan was in a total lockdown, Spain was erupting in riots, and then there's footage from Brazil of people partying on the beach like it was all some big joke. It was so much bigger than I ever thought. And then we heard it. This massive bang from outside. We all ran out, and one of the guys, he was on the ground. Everyone was saying he junked. I just don't get why. Rick just screamed, "Sites closed, send everybody home," just like that. I was heading out when the ambulance showed up, and the medics, Pops, they were in full-on hazmat suits. I mean, head to toe, just to pick up a body. It made absolutely no sense. And that was the first time I felt really, truly scared. So I sprinted back to the BART station, but it was already too late. Cops had the whole thing barricaded. There was this huge crowd, a wall of panicked people just shoving and screaming, trying to break through. It all just exploded. A gunshot went off in the air, everyone ducked, and in the middle of it all, a man just collapsed. There wasn't any blood, no wound, he just dropped. And then a cop started screaming, "He has it! He has it! Back up!" The whole crowd it became this screaming wave of pure terror. Out of nowhere, Rick was there. He grabbed my arm, shoved a crowbar in my hand, and just said, "That man at the job site, he didn't jump, he was pushed." I didn't even have a second to ask him what he meant. We had to run. He pulled me through these side streets while the whole city just fell apart. People were smashing the windows of drugstores, families were just sprinting for their lives. It was complete and total chaos. He pulled me down the staircase, unlocked a door, and we were in a bar, a speakeasy. He said we'd be safe down there. The name on the door was, wait, I don't remember. Pretty dark joke, I guess. We watched the news for a little while, and then the power just cut out. Rick said he was going to go find supplies. He left. I locked the door behind him. He never came back, Pops. 4 hours passed. I must have just passed out from exhaustion. I woke up the next morning. Something was blocking the door from the outside. I was trapped. I was in there for another whole day, just alone in the pitch black. That's when I tried to call you, right before the battery gave out. After 2 days, I just knew. Nobody was coming for me. I had to get out. My shoulder's killing me from trying to ram the door, but it was no use. I found this heavy vase, and I just started throwing it over and over at this tiny little window until I finally knocked a ladder that was jamming the handle. I forced the door open and stumbled out, and the world was just gone. It was quiet again, but this time it was like the silence of a graveyard. There were bodies, Pops, just lying on the sidewalks. The streets were covered in glass and rubble. There was smoke pouring into the sky from every direction. And then, in Mission Dolores Park, I saw this huge mob of people. They looked wild, like they'd been on the streets for months, not just a couple of days. I hid and I listened.
There was this guy on top of the hill yelling to them all. He called them the Warriors of San Francisco. He said the city was theirs now. This wasn't just random rioting. It was something else.
I followed them all the way to City Hall. The mayor comes out, surrounded by armed guards, trying to tell everyone to calm down, that everything's under control, that we should all just go home. But the crowd was just screaming at her. "Wait, what out? What is happening to us?" And then someone screamed, "What did Japan do to America?"
And then she said it. The mayor. She said they believe Japan sent people here on purpose to infect us. She called it an act of war. An act of war? I swear my knees almost buckled. None of this can be real. It can't be.
I just ran. I didn't stop. I just ran all the way home, dodging fires and flipped cars. I'm here now. I'm back at the apartment, but nothing makes any sense. What the hell happened to the world in the 2 days I was stuck in that bar? I don't know what to do. Pops, I need you. Please, you have to find me. The phone's about to...